Sanjay. Moving on to the next segment, we have someone with us who is an author, a motivational speaker. She believes there is so much out there in the environment for young people like herself to get inspired. A 10-year-old from Pune who has been at the helm of many awards, Ishita Katyal. The resident of Pune has become the youngest Indian to speak at the TED Youth Conference in New York. As reported by the Indian Express, Ishita, who studies in the 5th standard at the Vibgyor High School in Balewadi, delivered a 4-minute speech on what do you want to be now, a topic that raised important points regarding how children too can make a difference irrespective of their age. Ishita is also being felicitated with the 2015 Sakhi Sanman Award from the Lokmat and Rex Karamveer Chakra Award. A Rex Global Fellowship 2014-15 is also awarded to Ishita. Ishita likes to read, write, dance and sing and loves to play basketball, is an avid reader and digs into Sudha Murthy's books and has Ruskin Bond in her free time. She is author of the book Simran's Dairy, which she wrote only at an age of 8. Ishita is one of the youngest authors in India and was also featured in the Child magazine as amongst the 8 child prodigies in India. We have a TEDx video of Ishita that we would like to play for you to reach out and enjoy her speech. Request the committee to please play on.
Haven't been asked this question by an adult? I think maybe this question is a way to get to know the child better. But I feel this question has an inherent problem. It tells young people that it is okay to wait till they grow up to do what they want to do. It diminishes what a young person is capable of doing today. Try and think of your childhood days. If you're like me, I'm sure you would have had many dreams. I'm sure there were days when you would have aspired to be a film star, a doctor, or if you're a cricket fan, then maybe a cricketer like Dhoni. So many dreams and things to do. But often, children follow their dreams and inspirations only to a point like in school project work. After which, they are told to wait till they grow up. Why? It is as if following your dreams is some kind of an adult thing. I think age is just a number. I think anyone is capable of great actions and can touch the lives of others regardless of his or her age. I wonder what Abraham Maslow would think of my idea. You all may be familiar with Maslow's famous theory that certain needs must be met before others. It looks like this. Once you're in food and water is fulfilled, you move up to the next set of needs, which is security, and then to the next. As a child, our parents take care of the bottom two blocks. Our safety, love talking and writing. During my summer vacations, instead of doing nothing during my free time, I thought of doing something which would fulfill my dream, becoming like one of my role models. My role models were all the great authors that I had read, and I also wanted to be one. I started writing my story in a notebook. My parents saw my work and inspired me to write further. I went ahead to write a book, Simran's Diary. I would like to believe that my long experience of life has been of 10 years up until today, which is long enough for me to break the paradigm phrase, when I grow up, I want to be. Many other kids are already thinking this way. That's little Lalita, a girl from Orissa. At the age of 13, she took her interest and passion in science. Further, by inventing a really unique, low-cost water purifier that cleans and purifies water by flowing it through different layers of corn cobs. She won many awards for that. Standing here today, I would like to request you all that next time you talk to a young person, instead of asking them what they want to do when they grow up, please ask them what they want to do now. Ask them the real life problems they are solving. Ask them their vision for a better world, and ask them what they are doing to change this world. The future will take care of itself. Yes, we need your support to celebrate every milestone. That would allow you all to empower our new generation to go faster than any generation ever has. Thank you so much.
TED Conference in Vancouver, TED Youth in New York, TEDx Gateway, and TEDx Pilwar. Ishita emphasizes the message that all parents have a responsibility to help their creative interests and motivate them to spend time without fear in whatever they want to make. With a huge round of applause, let us welcome Ishita Katiyar.
Answering in a very witty way. So now the floor is open for all of you to put up questions to Ishita and she will answer them. Are you all game for it? Yes. So we are coming down with the mics. Raise your hands for a question and Ishita will answer them. Over to you, Ishita. Okay.
Audience, you can ask any questions to Ishita about her speech, her experience, her journey so far.
I see a hand there towards the end.
There are many hands for you, Ishita.
This hand towards the end is raised since I announced that she gives witty answers. So I'm reaching out to this person first. Please tell us your name and yes.
Hi Shiva, my name is Ravi.
Hello.
First of all, congratulations on a fabulous achievement.
Thank you. Thank you
Because
so much.
what you did, you were either playing Gilli Danda or Kancha at your age. And you already achieved something fabulous by this time. So my question is, how were you able to remember so much content at this age? It's fabulous. All of us struggle to do that.
Early in the morning, and before sleeping at night, just note down things that you have to remember or which are not completed. So I would wake up in the morning at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock, around that time, and then I would complete the tasks that I have not done, or I would remember things that I really like. And I always have this book which has creative ideas into it. And I always, you don't need to remember something that you don't like, sometimes except studies. It's usually just, we usually remember things that we're fond of, we like, we're inspired by.
Hello. Hello, Ishita. This is Eknath. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
We have always been told that if you really want to be a creative and really has to stay in a contest, you have to always mingle with your younger generation.
Sorry?
We have to always mingle with our younger generation so
Okay.
that creative ideas flow on.
Elder generation?
Younger.
Oh, younger.
My question to you is, with whom you mingle with? Your fellow kids of your age or younger one or the elder ones?
I have fun and mingle with everyone I get a chance to do that with. Like my best friend Anvita Telang, and she is awesome. Like I can share anything and everything with her. And most importantly, my parents, they are the best parents in the whole world. It's just Auntie Google and her favorite cousin YouTube, and all my lovely friends and people who meet me. I try and make the most of the opportunities that I get.
Hello Ishita, Srividya here.
Okay.
Here. So,
Yeah.
I would like to ask you a tip to all the adults who have adapted to be lazy.
Being lazy?
Yeah. What is the tip that you would like to give the people who are lazy?
Ooh, people who are lazy. I'm very lazy sometimes, especially during my summer vacations. Okay, so if you want to be active, like lazy in what terms? Like sleeping all the time? Is that? In what terms is sleeping?
Not doing tasks or time.
Oh, so I would say that if you want to be more organized and not that lazy, then just try and think of how much better your life would be if you were not lazy. And just close your eyes and imagine once. You know, if I was not sitting, having popcorn, watching TV, playing, and talking to my friends, and sleeping all the time, and doing things and completing everything that I've not done, my life could have been so much more better, and I could have had so much of fun, and I could have known so many more things. I could have learned so many more things, and instead of sitting, you know, and doing nothing or just eating and being lazy, it's always better to get up, do something, and learn new things.
Hello Shida,
Hello.
can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, you have really motivated me today. So you have
Thank
rightly
you.
said that age is just a number. And I just have one question for you.
Okay.
From where do you gather so much courage to speak in front of a Toastmasters audience where you don't have any fillers while you speak? You speak so confidently, your body speaks out so much of confidence. So where do you gather so much courage on stage?
It's, so let me tell you, since I was 2.5, 3 or, I don't know, around that age, I loved to speak. My annual day in malls, you know, these concerts are there. Over there we would go, I would talk and, you know, hello everyone, I'm Ishita. Since I was a kid, I would do that. And talking, reading, writing has been my true passion, and I love it from the bottom of my heart. And so, just the confidence is in me. I don't know how it comes. The credit definitely goes to my parents. No one else but my parents.
Hi Ishita,
Okay, hi.
my name is Paro. I have a question for you. I have a 10-year-old
That's a beautiful
daughter too.
name.
Thank you so much. I consider you a child prodigy.
Thank you.
You are an inspiration to so many people here,
Thank you
and
so
you should be
much.
proud of what you're doing today. So tell me one thing, something that I want to go back and share with my daughter. When did this thought occur to you that dreams are something that I don't need to grow up and accomplish? I can actually do it now. When did that moment happen to you? When you were 2 years old, or when you grew up eventually? I just wanted to know that journey.
Sure. So it's just when I was 8 years old or around that age, I was sitting in the class and our teacher asks us, "Children, what do you want to be when you grow up?" And then I said, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" I don't think that question is right. I come home and I sit down and I think, this question does have a problem. Why do I wait for years, 9 years, 10 years, and then when I'm 20, 30, then I will go and do something? I mean, if I want to be like another child prodigy, then I need to start doing something now. The future is important, but what you do in the present will result into something which will be in the future, or it'll come now. So that's when that thought struck me, and I shared it with my parents, and they said, "Yes, we completely agree."
Hi Ishita, this is Prashant here. Can you see?
Yes, I can.
First of all, let me congratulate you for such an immaculate speech.
Thank you.
Now my question to you is, have you ever heard the speech of Malala Yousafzai?
Not a complete speech, but I've seen, small clips of her at places, and I've heard one of her quote, or like few of her quotes, yes.
Because you are
A
already
very
ahead of
inspiring
her.
lady.
She has started her first speech at around at the age of 13 or 14, but you are already ahead of her. So I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Hello Ishita,
Hello.
I am Qasim. Ishita, I am a grown-up person, doubtfully.
You are a, sorry, what?
Grown-up person, doubtfully.
What is that? I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll explain it to you.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, I'll explain it to you. I need your help. Now, as a grown-up person, I...
Oh, you're a grown-up person?
Grown-up person, yes.
I'm not grown-up person. I'm so sorry.
Well, Ishita, as a grown-up person, I am still asking myself the question that what are you going to do when you are grown up? I need your help. I am not a child prodigy. Please answer it for me.
So you know better than I. So you can take this question in every way you like. You can use it, or if you don't like it, you may not use it. So it's just that you know what you like better. You must be knowing what your hobbies are, do you? Yes. Most of us do. So some of us don't, but yeah, most of us do. So I think everyone should try and experiment new things, and you should, like you are over here, like you can go to different platforms which are related to things that you like, and if you're not getting what you want to be when you grow up, then I say that just do what you like, and I am sure then you'll be, I'm sure you still are a very happy person, but you'll be even more happy, and your life will be, even much more nice and happy, because you will be doing things that you love.
Hi Ishita, I'm
Hello.
Swapnil. So I am just trying to gather some courage to ask you a question, because I am wondering what answer I would receive. So first of all, congratulations on your achievement, and
Thank you.
Looking at you, you really deserve it. So my question is, basically there are two questions. One is a simple one,
Okay.
to my level, and then the next one is which would make at least me think. So the first question is, how does your teacher react when she talks to you in school? I mean, she asks you a question, and is she astonished or stunned, or she doesn't ask you a question?
So I don't know, it's all in the teacher's mind. I think she might, like my answers. I usually raise my hand when she asks a question, and I don't know what her expression means. It might be, wow, she got another answer, or it might be something else. I don't know. But my teacher and my teachers, they are very nice, and they always, come to me and say, share your experience with everyone. And yeah, so I think they like it.
So the next question is, we know our Prime Minister Narendra Modi is having Mann Ki Baat, and I hope you
He's
are
having a
Mann Ki Baat. I mean, he talks to the citizens of India once in a month.
Yes.
So what he does is basically expresses his concerns and queries, and has a candid talk with the fellow citizens of India.
Okay.
So my question is, suppose if you get a chance to have a small chat with him, because I think very soon you will get a chance. Looking at your...
That would be amazing.
Yeah. So, what question that would be? I mean, one question which...
Then I would ask him?
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I love talking and I can go on for hours and hours and hours. And I know he is very busy. He's a very busy man, so... But I will ask him many questions. But one question that I will definitely ask him, I think will be, how did you, get all, where did you get this motivation from to, become, like where do you get all your amazing ideas from? Because I know he is a very inspiring person. I've heard some of his quotes, and so I would also ask him, how does it feel to be the Prime Minister of India? And I will ask him, I know it's not one question, it's like, and I will ask him, and I will ask him, but I can't stop myself from doing that. So my last question to him, like for now, but that time I will ask him loads of questions, will be, Mr. Narendra Modi, you are an amazing person and I am such a big fan of you. Everyone loves you and I don't know someone who doesn't like you because you're so amazing. Please tell me, what do you do to have such an amazing life and how do you manage all these obstacles that come in the way? Because for celebrities, there are some, controversies and stuff, so how do you handle those things?
Hi Ishita.
Hello.
I'm Pritham.
Yes, I can see you.
So my son is in first standard. He is also in Vibgyor Seal, but in Mumbai.
Oh, I used to be in Vibgyor High in Mumbai as well.
Goregaon?
Yes, Goregaon West.
Oh wow.
Kind of became a personal talk almost.
So my question is, how your parents are keeping you away from mobile games?
I don't usually play so many games, but I do watch many YouTube videos. Like Superwoman, she's a very famous YouTuber, and inspiring videos and talks, a few like TED Talks and talks of Adora Switak and things like that. My parents don't usually stop me from things. They let me have, the freedom.
Hello, Ishita.
Oh, hi.
So, sorry, I'm cutting you off. Just to ask the last question.
Okay.
I'm Rajendra. So the question is that public speaking is one of the greatest fears. That's what people talk about here. So I just want to know that are you afraid of anything if you are not afraid of public speaking? Thank you.
Okay, I just have one. Should I complete that answer and then come back? Yeah. So I'll just complete the answer and come back to that. Like I was saying, they don't usually stop me from doing many things. They give me the freedom to do what I want. But if they want to stop me from doing anything, or if they're having a problem with anything, we have these family meetings. So once the family meeting occurs, they will tell me that if it's for mobiles. So they would say, Ishita, I think there's been too much of mobile games and stuff like that. I think we can cut it down for some time. Please tell me your thoughts on that. And I'll say, okay. And then, so then I'll get the, thing in my mind that, okay, I may have done too much. Let's try and control. Okay, yeah, I'll get that question. Sorry, what was that question?
Okay, just to repeat the question, you're not, you don't have that biggest fear that people have, which is public speaking. So what other fear do you really have?
Fear. It's kind of awkward, but some people have it. Fear of ghosts a little bit. Then I have a phobia of water, which is going away because I'm learning how to swim. But it's just like I get into the pool and be like, no. But then my friends are very kind enough to teach me how to swim. And I think I also have a fear of heights a little bit. But not any personal kind of a fear, like, fear of being ignored or something. Not that kind of a fear. I just have fears like this.
One last question for you, Ishita.
Hello. I'm at the console right now.
Oh,
hi, my name is Sapna.
Hello.
And I just wanted to ask you, actually, have you ever thought or have you ever been through a situation wherein somebody asked you a question and you completely ran out of thoughts? What did you do?
Thankfully, it has never happened. I don't know why, but I love it when the audience asks me questions, because I'll be like, yeah, they're asking me questions, and then I'll give them answers. But if it ever happens that they'll ask me a question and I won't at all understand it, so there was a question that someone asked me, I don't remember where. It was, I don't know if it was in a little bit complicated English for me or if it was a little fast or something. I just said, if I get a little idea of what she was saying, I will say, blah 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 blah, is this what you mean? Or if I completely did not understand, I would say, sorry, I didn't get that, or could you just rephrase the question for me again? That's what I would do.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for
I'm
all
sure
your
there are a
questions.
lot of other questions, but we can take it offline now.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Ishita.
you.
With the celebrity, Ishita Katyan. Thank you so much.
They say children are the future of tomorrow.